Yo, what is going on, guys? NRUK Racing League here, and today we are back finally. We had a few issues with the microphone, but it is fixed. We are ready to go again, and we're ready, and we're back with the Lucozade Cup Series here today, racing in Atlanta in the Penzoil 400. Who's going to come out on top? Find out today. It's going to be a very entertaining race, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into your starting lineup. On the pole is 95 of Dewey Goodman, to his outside the 11 of Jake Galloway. Then the 24 of Thomas Kelly on the inside. To the outside of him is the 66 of Gregory Ross. Then the 37 of Joe Frank, the 22 of Aaron Price, the 78 of Earl Jenkins, the 13 of Scott Watson, the 19 of Neil Galloway, and the 88 of Code Luigi. Then we have the 41 of Gustavo Arocha, the 62 of Dash Baran, the 38 of Jack Lagacy, the 3 of Brandon Lee, the 25 of Rufus Barrett, the 43 of Calvin Moss, the 10 of Anthony Flores, and the 21 of Marcus Saatchi. Then we have the 42, it's Colton Yo, the 34 Owl Lagacy. Then we have the 4 of Derek Hamill, the 75 of Larry Wood, the 17 is Alan Gray. To his outside, the 51 of Lucas Graves, the 2 is James Stabilito, the 52 is Harry Schneider. Then we have your points leader, the 32, Derek Edison. To his outside, the 48 of Jay Jefferson. Then we have the 12 of Kaylee Baran, the 6 of Elijah Murray, the 72 of Richard Murphy, the 18 of Stephen Davis, the 14 of Joe Jefferson, the 31 of Diego Perez, the 92 of Tony Newman, the 20 of Danny Lloyd, the 96 of Jerry Jackson, the 47 of Sylvester Curry, who won the Asda Series race here on Friday. Then we got the 26 of Tom Warham, the 33 of Todd Edwards, the 9 of Jacob Mitchell, and the 1 of Roger Ray rounds out your field. So yeah, should be another fantastic race. So far this week we've seen 2 last lap passes for the win here at Atlanta. Are we going to get another one today? It's been entertaining all week long, and we're going to come to the climax of our weekend at Atlanta with the Lucozade Cup Series here, as Dewey Goodman and Jake Galloway lead the field of 42 to the green. Of course, Derek Edison winning the Daytona 500 last week in a 7-car race after a huge pile-up in the early going. What will we see here today in the Penzoil 400? Dewey Goodman comes off turn 4 as the pace car goes down pit road. It's Goodman and Galloway. Here we go. Green flag, we're racing at Atlanta. Goodman and Galloway even in the turn, but looks like Goodman's going to get the better start here as they come off the turn. Dewey Goodman leads the field of 42 down the backstretch as they go into turn 3. Galloway goes up really high there, so it's interesting to see what happens there. But Dewey Goodman will lead lap 1 of the Penzoil 400. Down on the low side though is Neil Galloway, but Goodman gets off well. Code Luigi is up high now as well, but Goodman having a good start to the race here. Down the backstretch they go. Goodman, Gustavo Arocha and Jack Lagacy looking to catch up. Of course, Lagacy was leading when he got taken out in the big wreck last week. Maybe cost him a shot at the Daytona 500. They continue to race here. Lagacy will now go to the lead in the 38 car. He goes down to the low side. Anthony Flores and Colton Yo helping him. Derek Hamill there as well. Now they go 3 wide for the lead. Lagacy, Flores, but Yo will come out and be the leader. Looks like he's going to lead this lap here at Atlanta. Yo, your leader. But Derek Hamill and Alan Gray looking to spoil the party maybe, as well as James Stabilito. Some car down on the apron there. I don't know who that was. I thought there was, maybe not. Anyway, here comes Alan Gray for Roush Fenway Racing. Your points leader, Derek Edison, up there now as well. Kaylee Baran in the 12 car. It's also there. Gray on the high side now. Not going to work out. Kaylee Baran And Penske Racing going to go to the lead here at Atlanta. But Richard Murphy and Joe Jefferson looking for the lead. Murphy is going to get it. As it's fantastic free ride racing here in the Cup Series. Murphy leads the 5th lap out of 39. Joe Jefferson will go to the inside. Jerry Jackson and Tom Warham there with him. Down the backstretch they go. And Jefferson blocking well. Out front. Joe Jefferson continues to lead out front here. And he will block well again. But here comes Sylvester Curry, who of course won the ASDA Series race here. He is going to be a strong contender today. Jay Jefferson though, both the Jeffersons up there fighting for the lead. Joe goes to the outside now, but Jay comes through on the inside with help from his teammate Jacob Mitchell. But Mitchell now looks like he's going to go for the lead here. Mitchell, your new leader. Behind him, Scott Watson and Brandon Lee. Dewey Goodman, your pole sitter. Also, looks like he's coming back to the front. It's been a pretty eventful race so far. A lot of free wide racing back in the pack. A lot of overtakes for the lead as it looks like Kaylee Baran is up in the wall in turn 2. Looks like it got caught. The 12 car got caught up in the wall there. Such a shame, really, for that 12 Penske team. But look who's coming through at the front. Your points leader, Derek Edison, pushed by Danny Lloyd in the 20. To the front in the Penzoil 400. But Elijah Murray and Lloyd looking to get the lead. It looks like it'll be Murray in the 6 car now, going to the lead. Yeah, Luigi in the wall. Baran, both Barans in the wall, off the pace as well. As they come up through turn 2 again. The end of lap 10. Aaron Price, the car sponsored by Penzoil. Out front, Gregory Ross, Todd Edwards and Larry Wood down there as well. But Luigi and Dash Baran off the pace. Kaylee Baran at the back of the field now. So a few drivers have lost this pack here. Maybe that might affect the race. Lap cars. We've seen it a lot of times before at Atlanta. And it's happened again with Elijah Murray getting in the wall this time. And down low is Stephen Davis. And it's all getting a bit jumpy around in the pack. People going 3 and 4 wide. Causing problems there. So Davis went down to the low side. Elijah Murray got in the wall. He might have lost the pack now. It was Wood and Roger Ray battle for the lead. But they just need to calm it down. We've only completed 12 laps so far. But Roger Ray, pushed by Marcus Sacchi in the 21. Stephen Davis and Alan Gray though, trying to spoil the party. But Ray hanging on well out front. Roger Ray is your leader for this lap. And I think maybe things just might have calmed down a bit in the field. Now the first few rows. And there is a caution. Caution is out. With Rochi makes it back first. Rufus Barrett looks like in his number 25 Dodge might make it back. But the caution is out here at Atlanta for the first time today. Rufus Barrett will lead you back to the flag. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's the 12 of Kaylee Baran. They were just going backwards and backwards. And it's like problems for her again. So unfortunate for this team. They got in the wall early. They fell back and now they have wrecked here. Let's go check out what happened. To be quite honest with you guys, I don't know how I've managed to miss this, but it's a huge crash here. It involves Anthony Flores, I think, turning over. Let's see what happens. 4 wide, of course, never going in well. Baran on the inside. Just doesn't get enough room. Moss is there. Flores is there. He goes over. Lagacy, your pole sitter, Dewey Goodman involved. Al Lagacy as well. And all 4 cars are torn up here. Anthony Flores on his roof. See if Dash Baran made it through. I think he did, but I mean a lot of damaged cars there. Don't think anyone else was involved in this. But look, once again here, 4 wide. Just racing, and oh, look at this, getting a bit dicey after the caution's thrown out. The 52. Oh, and there they go again. A separate incident afterwards with Harry Schneider. Oh no, it has all kicked off here. For this, not the first time this week, we've had a wreck caused after the cautions come out, and it was the 9 of Jacob Mitchell, who was 4 wide with Edison. Just gets a touch there. Edison sends him up, and Schneider goes on his side. Colton Yo there as well, involved. Oh, Warham, Aaron Price, who was having a good run, is all torn up. I mean, that is just incredible. 2 separate wrecks have taken out a lot of cars here. It was Rufus Barrett, I think, who led us back. We'll see what happens here if they're going to come down pit road. And they do. A lot of cars here. Their tyres may be worn out. The 51 stays out. That is the Lucas Graves. Of course, his teammate was caught up in the wreck. See what happens to Stabilito. Down at the end of the pits. See who comes out first. As most of the cars, bar Graves, have come down. Maybe Graves trying to play a bit of a different strategy here. Might pay off, you never know. Who's going to make out first? I think the 72 of Richard Murphy is the first off pit lane. Joe Frank in second. Stabilito third. Watson fourth. And Barrett fifth then. Richard Murphy will be your new leader. I'll get back to you when the restart and the green flag drops. Right, we are back then. 2 cars stayed out. The 51 of Lucas Graves and the 24 of Thomas Kelly stayed out. They'll be your new leaders. Dash Baran, Code Luigi and Jacob Mitchell are lapped down. And out of this race is the 22 of Aaron Price, the 52 of Harry Schneider, the 34 of Al Lagacy, 43 of Calvin Moss, the 10 of Anthony Flores, and the 12 of K. Lee Baran are out of this race. So that leaves only 36 cars now left. Graves and Kelly, who stayed out on older tyres. Will it have paid off? We're about to find out. Graves is going to lead us back to the restart here. As we're around just nearly halfway through the race. Green flags back out flying. We're racing. Will the high side be out of clear lap cars because Mitchell is way off the pace, but Dash Baran and Code Luigi look to be actually on the pace. They just lost the pack. That could be interesting to see how that unfolds. As you see, Graves gets taken out wide there, which means that Joe Frank in the 37 is going to be your new leader. Frank, your leader at the halfway point of the Penzoil 400 for JTG Doherty Racing. Here comes the 13 though. Scott Watson and Graves right down to the low side here. Strategy hasn't paid off for him. He's gone to the pits. don't know why he didn't come in the pits the first time, but it hasn't worked out for him or Thomas Kelly. But Watson and Frank having a good battle for the lead here. Stabilito also there, just looking and creeping in behind maybe. But as you say, Luigi and Baran are still on pace. They are just a lap down, however. Might cause a little bit of interference maybe. Rufus Barrett and the number 25 will go now to challenge Frank for the lead. And he will get it. Rufus Barrett is your new leader here at Atlanta. And you see Kelly coming out the pits hit. Didn't work. Now he's a lap down. And I think it'll be similar for the 51 of Lucas Graves. Here comes Alan Gray though. And Marcus Sacchi down to the low side. As the pack is beginning to form up again. Alan Gray for Roush Fenway leads this lap. But Larry Wood on the inside is coming back now to challenge. Wood will be your new leader. Incredibly tight pack racing at Atlanta. Who's going to get the win? Todd Edwards now will come to the lead for the first time today. Gustavo Arocha and Jerry Jackson with him. As well as Jack Lagacy and your points leader Derek Edison are also down on that low side. Arocha now is your leader. This is front pack. Any one of these ones could probably be in a shout of winning it. Here comes Derek Edison to the low side. With a push from Murphy, Lloyd and Hamill. Edison be your new leader. But Danny Lloyd to the low side is going to challenge in the 20 Sports Clips car for Joe Gibbs. Come to the race lead. Hamill and Neil Galloway now will go to the inside to the lead. Galloway to the front. Joe Gibbs having a strong showing here from those two cars. Here comes Scott Watson though in the 13. He's pushed by the lap car of Dash Baran, maybe giving the 13 a little bit of help here. Baran will now come through though. Joe Frank and Roger Ray behind them, as well as Code Luigi is a lap down. But the 18 of Stephen Davis now starting to make some moves. But Joe Frank looks like he's going to be your new leader as they come to the straight. He is. Frank, your new leader. And there's a lap car coming up. It's the 9 of Jacob Mitchell. And we've seen this many times before how the lap car can affect things here. Rex positioning wherever he may go. It's going to affect them. Oh, Sachi sends Wood up the track that they save it. But Mitchell causing a big interference there. And I would not be surprised if the caution flag came out. But of course, lap cars, slow lap cars have affected the race so many times here. And a few of them have pulled away, including Frank and Sachi, who managed to save it very well indeed. Behind them is Joe Jefferson and Tony Newman, as well as Larry Wood, who did a fantastic job in avoiding a wreck. But there's another lap car coming up here. This time it is the 26 of Tom Warham. Where's he going to go? What race is he going to affect? He goes down low. Sachi has to go high. Sachi to the lead. Warham holding up the pack behind them. Looks like he's holding up Joe Jefferson in the 14. Sachi is clear. Here on the 29th lap. Ten to go. In the Penzoil 400, a few cars have broken away. Here comes Joe Frank back to lead on the inside. In behind him, Stephen Davis, Larry Wood, Richard Murphy and Rufus Barrett. Frank to the lead. Pack might be starting to form up again. A few cars are coming to join the leaders here. Davis for Joe Gibbs leading that lap, but it's anyone's race still, you would think. Wood and Murphy. doing well. That low side looks like it's the place to be at the moment. Alan Gray, O Jenkins and Roger Ray there as well now. Here comes Alan Gray in the 17. What a fantastic job he's doing. But Wood doing a fantastic job at blocking them now. Baran down to the inside. Will he have a, role to play in the ending of this race? He goes right down to the apron. And it looks like he might be coming in for a pit stop here. He is. Fair credit to Dash Brown. He's a lap car. He doesn't need to interfere in this race. He's gone down to the pits. You have to give him a lot of credit for that. Not causing any interference with these leaders here. But Larry Wood is holding on very well. But Jenkins and Davis looking to spoil the party. Here they come. Murphy's out of gas. Maybe fuel mileage will come in to play in this race. Richard Murphy is out. So he's had to come down to the pit lane. As they now have 6 to go, I think. Sorry, my maths is awful. I think we've got 6 to go here at Atlanta. Alan Gray to the low side. A few more cars have run out here, including Elijah Murray. But here's Rufus Barrett in the 25. 5 to go in the Penzoil 400. Barrett, Arocha and Sachi on the low side, as well as Stabilito. But Rufus Barrett and his Dodge are blocking well. But they're out. They are out of gas. Has anyone got the fuel mileage left to stay out? A lot of them have come in. All of them have come in. None of them had enough gas to make it back. Baran's a lap down. Murphy's a lap down. Kelly, I think, is also a lap down. I have to check on Thomas Kelly quickly. Yep, he's a lap down. Maybe Murphy played the strategy right. 51 of Lucas Graves is out there. See what happens with the 72. Maybe Richard Murphy played it right. You just don't know. Elijah Murray there. We don't know who's the leader after this late cycle of pit stops. Who's going to come out on top? It's not going to be Murphy. Who's at the lead of this pack? I think it's the 2 of James Stabilito, but the lap car is there again. Mitchell might have cost Stabilito the race. Warham gets out of the way. He's not going to have any interference, but Sachi now, with 3 to go, is in the lead as a 4-car pack has pulled away. Any of these 4 are going to likely to win the race. Sachi, Davis, Edison and Frank. Stephen Davis to the lead. Will Derek Edison be able to get back-to-back wins to start off the season? Imagine how good it would be for him to go back to victory lane. But here comes Frank. They're 3 wide for the lead, but Sachi is coming down on the low side. Joe Frank, Sachi, Edison and Davis. 4 cars in it to win it as they come round turns 3 and 4 to the white flag. Who's going to lead the lap here? Here we go. 4 cars. White flag is out in the Penzoil 400. Who's going to win it? Sachi and Davis now. Davis is going to move to the inside. This could be the move that wins in the race. But Sachi blocks low. What a last lap drive from the 21 team. And Wood Brothers Racing is going to go to victory lane in Atlanta. Sachi wins the Penzoil 400. How about that? Fantastic drive from the 21 team. And Marcus Sachi, he goes to victory lane in the Lucozade Cup Series there. He holds off the challenge of Davis, Edison and Frank. and holds on spectacularly well to win. I thought maybe Davis and Edison had a run on the low side, but it was a fantastic block from Saatchi, and Wood Brothers Racing are going to go to victory lane again. Saatchi is your winner. Let's go check out the finishing results. Here are your finishing results then for the Penzoil 400 at Atlanta Motor Speed. There was one caution flag for 4 laps, 31 lead changes between 22 drivers. That's how entertaining it was. And Marcus Saatchi comes out on top, leading 4 laps. That was the most. Stay at bonus points, joint with Joe Frank in the 37. So Saatchi is first. Stephen Davis finishes second. Derek Edison third. Joe Frank fourth, and Joe Jefferson fifth. Then you got Jake Galloway 6th, Roger Ray 7th, your pole sitter Chewy Goodman finishes 8th, Jay Jefferson 9th, and Gustavo Rocha rounds out your top 10. Colton Yo finishes 11th, James Stabilito 12th, Richard Murphy finishes 13th, Alan Gray finishes 14th, Diego Pez 15th, Elijah Murray 16th, Rufus Barrett finishes 17th, then Todd Edwards finishes 18th, Scott Watson finishes 19th, and then the 20th was the 20 of Danny Lloyd. 21st was 75 of Larry Wood. Then 22nd Neil Galloway in the 19. 23rd Jerry Jackson. Jack Lagacy finishes 24th. Earl Jenkins 25th then. And Tony Newman is 26th in the 92 car. Then Brandon Lee in the 3. Derek Hamill finishes 28th in the 4 car. 29th is Gregory Ross in the 66. 30th is Lucas Graves to get some bonus points for leading the laps. Sylvester Curry 31st, Dash Baran, who was a lap down, finishes 32nd. Code Luigi 33rd after also being a lap down. Thomas Kelly a lap down in 34th. Tom Moram in 35th, also a lap down. And Jacob Mitchell was your last car to finish 3 laps down. Rest of the field were involved in wrecks either at or after the caution flag, and these were Aaron Price, Harry Schneider, Al Lagacy, Calvin Moss, Anthony Flores, and Kaylee Baran, all involved in that wreck very early on. Now let's go check out the top 10 in the standings. Here are the standings then for the Lucozade Cup Series Season 1 here. And Derek Edison continues to hold the lead. Stephen Davis in second, then Marcus Saatchi third for winning today's race. Then Yo fourth, Frank fifth, Gustavo Rocha finishes 6th, Rufus Barrett is in 7th position, then Yepes is 8th, Jerry Jackson is 9th, and Roger Ray is in 10th. Anyway, thank you guys for watching a very entertaining Lucozade Cup Series race, the Penzoil 400. We'll be heading to Phoenix for Asda Series Racing tomorrow, I believe. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video. It's been NRUK, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.